All right. Hi, everybody. It is Kendall Anise, the remix coach. My girl, Chanel, and I just had a Pinky Cole experience. This is Kendall Anise for reviews and news. All right. So, my girl, Chanel, and I, y'all know Chanel. That's my friend who is my New Edition friend. But we go to more things than New Edition and Bobby Brown concerts. Yeah, we do. We do more than that. I know that's what y'all see all the time. But Pinky Cole. Do you know who Pinky Cole is? Pinky Cole is the owner of Slutty Vegan. Slutty Vegan was in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta. It opened maybe about 4.5 years ago. I had the honors to go when it opened about 4 years ago. We stood in the line that was probably 3 hours long. Slutty Vegan is, well, I can say what it was then because now it's just out of this world, right? With what she's done. But we got a chance to, I'm just so excited. I'm just getting back. So just give me a second. Okay. So 4 years ago, when I went to Atlanta, I was like, okay, I've been hearing about this Slutty Vegan. It just opened. Everybody's talking about how good it is. Whether you eat meat or not, you're going to love this burger. So I was there for business. And I was like, before I leave Atlanta, I got to go to Slutty Vegan, no doubt. So I got in the line with some of the people that were in the conference with me. I was like, have y'all heard of Slutty Vegan? I'm going over here. I'm going to take this Uber. Stood in the line for like 3 hours. We had a good time. It was worth the wait. We went through there. I was like, I'm getting two specials. We sat on the church steps across the street and we ate it. And I was in love with Slutty Vegan. The whole vibe, the energy of the place, knowing that it's Black owned, woman owned. I was like, yes. So then it started spreading. She's opened several locations. One is coming to Baltimore, she told us. So I'm so excited about that. All right, so she has a new book out, and it's called Eat Plants Be. This was so cute, because if you've gone to Broadway, you get a playbill. This is a pink bill, as in Pinky Cole. So for those that don't know, she's the one that just went viral this past graduation season, because she's from Baltimore. She went to Clark Atlanta, graduated from there, and she just spoke as a commencement speaker for the graduation. She gave all those Clark Atlanta graduates an LLC to start their business. So this is the type of stuff that she does. She gives back often. It's her duty to provide to her community. She's given loans, grants, businesses, paid off situations for people, hired Black folks, encourages entrepreneurship. She's opened so many different businesses. It's her duty to give back. And I saw it with my own eyes today. But so this was a book tour for her new book that came out right here. And she did a few cities. She did November 14th, she did New York. November 19th, she did Atlanta. November 21st, she did Los Angeles. November 28th, she did Dallas, Texas. And December 2nd, Baltimore, Maryland. So when she first launched the book tour, I was like, oh, I want to go, because she's inspiring. She's encouraging. Y'all know I'm here for all of that. Then I was like, am I going to go? I'm not sure going to go. For the likes of Angela Yee, Big Tigger, MC Light, Kenny Burns, and then we had DJ Quicksilver. He's actually my friend Candace's cousin, but you guys, if you're not locally in the Baltimore area, you probably know him now from Love and Marriage DC. He and his wife Ashley were on there, but he hosted or moderated the Pinky Cole experience. So I've gone to several book tour launches for different people, or book signings, or book reviews, or I've done this type of thing for years, loved it. But this was an experience, right? So it was held at the Baltimore Soundstage in Baltimore, Maryland, and it was beautiful. It was the last stop, and she's from Baltimore. So of course she was going to have surprises. But we didn't know. We didn't know how it was. I didn't go to the other cities. I wasn't stalking the other cities. You know how sometimes when somebody's on tour, I like to just experience it for the first time on my own. Like, I don't like to look at the other cities like, ooh, I wish she did it. I like to be totally surprised, and was totally surprised pleasantly. They had this Slutty Vegan truck outside. It wasn't available in the beginning, but we went, me and my girl took the train down there, because it was simple. It was easy. Took the train, you get off, boom, cross the street, you're at the event. We didn't have to look for no parking. We didn't have to ride around. We didn't have to do none of that. So it was great. We went, took the train, went straight in, got our seat, general admission ticket we had, so we could sit anywhere. We did that. And the DJ Drama was her DJ. So he was like, I don't know nothing about this Baltimore music, but my boy Frank Ski told me this is what y'all play. Y'all don't understand. So even though I'm a transplant in the area, been here for many, many, many years, Baltimore has, now people are seeing on TikTok with, and I'm going to talk about that later, the Park Heights strut, the Baltimore strut, and everybody's 5 a.m. They're doing that. I'm not even going to try to do that, but it's viral. TikTok, Instagram, is everywhere. But there's certain, Baltimore is a different space and group. When certain music comes on, Baltimoreans lose their mind, and it's a different type of groove. So the DJ was like, Frank Ski, who used to live here and who used to DJ here and he used to be on the radio here, told him the type of music. So he was playing it. Everybody, people was going off so much that Slutty Vegan staff saw them and was like, you come to the front, and they got their seats moved. That's how going off they were, in a great way. But I just want to read some of this. So you know who Pinky Cole is. Pinky Cole, the visionary founder and CEO behind Slutty Vegan Atlanta, delivers her signature 100% vegan comfort food in her first cookbook, Eat Plants Be, featuring 91 vegan recipes, including breakfast creation, dinner items like Jamaican dishes from Cole's childhood. Top is small plates created to celebrate and invoke joy in Southern favorites, plus a selection of tips and tricks of vegan cooking, plant-based substitutes, and complementary dips, jams, jellies, and gravy, right? So then it goes on talking about the book. Pinky Cole's empire features 4 Slutty Vegan locations in Georgia, Bar Vegan, and the Pinky Cole Foundation, a nonprofit organization with a mission to empower generations of color to win financially in life and in the pursuit of entrepreneurial dreams. Cole has been recognized by prestigious organizations across the U.S., including being named Restaurant Hospitality's 2021 Power List, Forbes' Next 1,000, Entrepreneurs Magazine's Top 100 Powerful Women in Business list, LA, Wire Influential Women of 2020, most recently, PETA's 2021, The Most Beautiful Vegan Celebrities list, and so on and so on and so on. But what she told today is that she used to cast for Yama Fix My Life for OWN, and she used to also be a producer on Maury Povich. But she talked about, adversity, and talked about never giving up and never accepting no. When she hears no, it means go. But she had a restaurant. She also talks about getting kicked out of one high school in Baltimore and then went to the other high school and then graduating and going to Clark Atlanta. But then also she had a Jamaican restaurant that caught on fire in Harlem. She talked about that and how she didn't know what she was going to do. And then she went into television after that. But then how she came up with Slutty Vegan, and she wanted something shocking, and someone, she said if I had Pinky's Vegan, nobody would come. But shocking, like, what is Slutty Vegan being slutified? Because I remember when I went, you got to say, I just been slutified. Like it was a whole thing when it came out, and it's still that way now. People are really now discovering, Pinky and Slutty Vegan, because a lot of celebrities endorse it, from Snoop Dogg to Tyler Perry to Raji. So many different people now love Slutty Vegan's burgers. They're really good, y'all. Really good. Okay, so it was a conversation, two chairs there, and I'll post another video after this so you can see some of the pictures and the videos. So they had two chairs there, the moderation of the whole thing. So Quicksilver was the moderator, right? As I said. So she comes out, and then of course they show the video montage of her and everything. So I'm going to go quickly so this is not forever long. So her mother, she invites her mother out. Her mother doesn't know she's coming. So she already said it's going to be full of surprises. So her mother comes, start telling us how she was when she was little and blah, 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 blah. Then the big screen comes up and it says, I paid off your house. So she paid off her mother's house. Her mother starts crying. Everybody's like crying in the audience how she did that. Her mother was so excited. She paid off that house. That was one of the first ones. Then she had the creator, what's his name? BJ, who, well, I don't know about creator, but he made it famous. And I think his name is BJ. I'm sorry if it's not. I think it is, for the Park Heights strut. So he came out doing it 5 a.m. But that. So he came out doing that. That was the first surprise, right? So then as Pinky's having a conversation with Quick, she's talking, and he's like, well, how do you do all of this? She's like, yeah, I know people think, that I'm a superwoman. It was like, and then Little Mo comes out, baby, that superwoman, not your superwoman. And then, not your ever, the song. So she came out and everybody erupted because we didn't know. She looked beautiful, had that crowd. This was a sold out event, by the way. Crowd packed out. She packed the house out. So Little Mo comes out and everybody's like, yeah. So I got the, the video and all of that. So she comes out. First surprise. We don't know about that. So then her fiance comes out and they're talking about them just having babies. They're getting ready to get married. And he was like, yeah, I like the way, you walk around the house with that thong. She was like, what? And then all of a sudden, Cisco comes out from Drew Hill. And he didn't talk. And he talked about, okay. Cisco, there's never a small moment for Cisco. He's going to give you everything he has, even if he's on stage for 5 seconds. So then he comes out, he was like, well, Thong Song isn't my, most popular song. People don't know. And I was like, Incomplete, because that's my jam. And he started getting ready to sing Incomplete. But before he did that, he did about 16 turns, hats off. He brings the drama, brings the dramatics. He gonna give you everything he got, even if it's 2.2 seconds. So he did that and then sang the whole Incomplete, which was off the chain vocals. Y'all already know Cisco. That's what he does. So then we go further into it and they're talking, and Quicksilver met Pinky when he was 20. I think she said she was 14. And he was like, you used to always try to get my mic and want to rap. And she was like, no, for real, I'm a rapper. Pinky was like, you're not no rapper. And he was like, you want to rap for real? And she All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. And it's still going, and I love that. Uh, all right, had to charge the computer. Sorry about that. I just came on and I was like, well, what had happened? But anyway, she said she wanted to be a rapper. And then Remy Ma comes out and she's saying, lean back and all the way up. Then she said, I'm conceited, I'm a vegan. And she talked about how she met Pinky Cole and not turned into a vegan, but decided to be a vegan after meeting her. And she, she was beautiful in person too. So we didn't know we were going to get all of that. We had no clue that we was going to get all of that, but we got all of that. And it was good. It was good. It just made me think as she was talking, Pinky, and that's the kind of stuff that I want to do. My girlfriend, Chanel, my home girl, she always like, that's going to be you. That's going to be you up there. Because there's so much that I want to do to give back in that major way like she did. So it's definitely inspiring. You know what I mean? And you want to do, I just want to walk in rental offices like, who's late on their rent? I got it. What single parent, mother and father need their rent paid? Let me go on and let me go ahead and get that whole left side of that sheet. That's the kind of stuff that I want to do. So it's very inspiring. So I was really just listening. I was like, you know what I mean? Like really absorbing a lot of different things that she was doing in a short amount of time. So when God is moving, you never know. You think one thing is going to take you away from what you want to do. And like her restaurant burning down, that she could have been like, okay, that might be a sign that a restaurant is not a good idea. When in actuality, it just wasn't the type. She had to go harder and go bigger, even though that was successful. You know what I mean? So you just never know. And, towards the end, a lot of people were buying the books. Obviously, most people had the books because it is a book tour stop. So they had the book, and she was doing book signings for those who wanted their book signed. But then also Slutty Vegan's truck was outside. And again, me and my friend, we took the train down. So we thought about it, like, because I definitely wanted it because I haven't had it since Atlanta and they don't have any locations here. Although she said that she has a surprise. She's not telling us when, but of course, a location is going to be in Baltimore. So we kind of put the context clues together because it's going to be before she gets married, which she said is June 8th. So I don't know where it's going to be in Baltimore, but Slutty Vegan is coming to Baltimore. She didn't give us the exact date, but for a fact, it's coming to Baltimore. How excited am I? Super excited. I'm not excited about them lines because I already know the lines are going to be off the chain. So as we were leaving, they had the Slutty Vegan truck out there. That line was wrapped around the building, literally. It was to the truck, it was around the corner, and it was down. And because we took the train, like I might still be there right now trying to get in that line, even though it smelled good. And I love, it tastes good. It tasted it good 4 years ago when I had it. I haven't had it since. But it was good. So we crossed the street, saw a big old rat cross the street, and we got on the train. Factual. I was like, Chanel, you see that? She was like, yeah, I see it. Went right into the trash can. So any major city, you already know. So I just was like, but it was a good event. I got a headache, had a headache, lost it in there because it was so much excitement. Got it again. I'm going to go get my clothes off, take a shower, all of that. But I wanted to come and do a quick reviews and news because to see a Black woman doing that, her business is worth $100 million. $100 million to do this book. She got 7 figures. Now I got a book coming out. That's her. I got a book coming out in a couple of weeks. I ain't getting no 7 figures. I didn't get nothing for the book. I get them back in. I self-published. because I don't have a name like Pinky Cole. You know what I mean? I'm not making $100 million, $1 billion yet, you know? So, but I love to see that anybody that's doing something, anybody that started from here and has grown and gone up here in business or in service in the Black community, whatever you're doing, and I see it, like, that's inspiring to me. You know, I look at that like, dang, she's doing her thing and she's lifting people up with her. And that's really um, the dopest thing, is that she's not keeping it to herself. Then I'm gonna end here, but then she meets a man. He says she slid through her DMs, but check this out. So during the pandemic, when they met, or something happened with his windows during something, when they met, his windows, he's from Philly, and he has his Big Dave's cheesesteaks, and something happened where his windows were uh, busted out or something like that. And she found out about it, and she DM'd him like, if you need help, with your windows, all of that. But anyway, whether it was that way or not, they ended up connecting. And she said it was more than love at first sight. Like, it was just deeper than that. And she knew. And let me tell you, there are forces to be reckoned with, because he has his restaurant chain, and he's the only Black man that in the Falcon Stadium, he has 3 restaurants in there, and that's the first of Black men. So, and they work together. She's doing her thing, he's doing her thing. They push each other, and man, oh man, they are doing their thing. So that was my night. Looking at New York. So New York, they had, because Little Mo performed at all of them, she said, except one. And then all of them say surprise performers. So I love the fact that Little Mo is from the Baltimore area also, and so is Pinky, and that she made sure that she, Little Mo collected that coin. Like, I'm going to book you on this. So that's dope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 book tours stops, and Little Mo comes out, sings one song, does her thing. I appreciate that. That just, to me, it's just like you're lifting other people. I know Cisco could use a coin. He did that. The BJ guy, Remy Ma, I'm not sure if she's hurting for a coin, but she came out, she did her thing. I don't think she is, but to be there to support her, I think that that's pretty dope, because honestly, even if they weren't getting paid, I think that they might have come to support Pinky, because she's doing so much for us in our communities, and she's trying to teach wealth and financial literacy and entrepreneurship and acts of service, being of service to our community and helping each other in business, because I saw her today help businesses. I'm going to tell you about that, and then we're going to roll out. So at the end, there was times to ask questions, right? If you had a question, a statement you want to do. So people were standing up and they were talking about their businesses and all of that. So Pinky already said that she wanted to have Black-owned stylists or Black-owned clothing companies dress her for the tour. So she said she put on Instagram, all the Black designers or Black clothiers or Black clothing lines to contact her or send the stuff. Well, she said she wasn't expecting what she got, and it was like 4,000 boxes coming to her house. So each stop, and here are the people on here. So each stop, she picked someone to bring out who dressed her at some point throughout this tour, whether she was a radio appearance or a television appearance, whatever it was to lead up to this. So she got somebody in New York and Atlanta, LA, and Dallas, and Baltimore. So the girl that she chose in Baltimore was from Philly. So she brought her out to Philly, and, she had her come on the stage to promote her business. The girl said she never talked in front of that many people. So she was nervous, clearly. But the audience was so dope. They was like, that's all right, girl. Come on, tell your business. She was like, if you can follow me on Instagram. They were like, no, say follow me on Instagram. You know what I mean? Promote your business. And she was talking about she was opening up another showroom. She has 2 showrooms in Philly, and she was talking about her business, and Pinky was like, you got lights that you got to keep on, right? You got, rent to be paid. And she was like, yeah. She's like, everybody pull out their phones, pull up your cash apps. And she said, donate $1, $5, $20, whatever you donate to her business. This is how we continue supporting one another when it comes to wealth, and when it comes to entrepreneurship. We have to be there for each other. So everybody was giving her money in Cash App right there on the spot. She was like, come on. Pinky was like, keep telling them your Cash App. Keep spelling it out. Keep telling them your Cash App. They're going to cash up you for your business. The girl was crying. She's emotional. Like, just imagine if you have a business and you have all the expenses, pages that you have to pay to keep your business afloat, right? And then somebody says, okay, you're going to come to this. I chose your clothing line. Then I'm going to put you in front of a group of people and the television cameras, and we're going to promote your business. So not only we're going to promote your business in front of these people, I'm telling these people to pull up their Cash App, send you, whether it's $1, $5, whatever. So I send my little money too, to support. And then Pinky said, whatever they send, I'm going to match that, or maybe double that. And the girl is crying, and then Quicksilver was like, and I'm going to give you 500. Come on. That's a small business owner's dream. So then it was it was countless stories. So then it was another lady in the audience. She said, I have organic tea, it's healing herbal tea, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to bring it in, but they wouldn't let me bring it in to the venue. And she was like, security, let her bring it. And she was like, I just got to run to my car. And she was like, security, let her go to her car, get the tea. Man, her car must have been right out there. She ran and got that tea. She brought 2 bottles back for Quicksilver and her. They tasted. It was like, they were like, this is good. It was like, what's your name? Just in case we tasted and something happened. But she was like, this is good. And Pinky said, I never had a mentee, but you're going to be the first. She said, I'm going to teach you how to do insurance. And she was like, how much of this can you produce? She said, well, I do some stores, 250. And she was like, we're going to think bigger. I'm going to be you're going to be my mentee. I never had one. I'm going to do all of this, blah, 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 helping her with her business. Almost like Shark Tank right there. I'm going to help you with your business. And then Quicksilver said, once she helps you and mentors you, then you can put your teas in my club. They're like, what? Then somebody else. Then everybody was like raising their hands because that was the time. Then I had another lady that said, listen, I was one of the clothing lines that sent mine in, and I know that I didn't get chosen, but I still want to give you this. So she was talking about it, Pinky, and then she was like, she said, all of the people, I just want to get them together, and we can support one another. Pinky said, I tell you what, every time I open a Study Vegan, I do a block party. You can be in charge. And she gave this lady a job right there. You can be in charge of getting all the vendors together, blah, 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 blah. You can create it. You do this. And she was like, what? Gave her that. See, my manager. This is the stuff that she was doing. Somebody else stood up and was like, I have an organization. I'm an educator, teacher. I have an organization where I help kids right down the street after school to teach them, about life, and to teach them to give everything they have, be the best that they can be. Pinky was like, oh, so you do that with kids. Let me give you this business plan. She told her like what she should do with the business, how she should do it, how she should teach with rap or music. And then once she does that, then she'll be able to, she's going to donate money to that. Then there was another lady who says she does luxury rental, which ironically, she did it for Love and Marriage DC. And Quicksilver didn't know. He was like, oh, you're the one that did it. So if you watch that, it was a blank empty space. She put all the luxury furniture in there. You know how when you have that vibe and you have it, she does that. So Pinky was like, okay, I tell you what, since we're going to do the block party, then you're going to create the VIP section with all your furniture, all your stuff at the opening. And then she was like, because I want to do your wedding. She said, if you do that, then you can do my wedding in Jamaica. Like, she was giving people jobs. She was dropping gems. She was giving people money. She was sewing into their business right there on the spot. So I've seen her do it online and all that, but I saw her with my own eyes doing it. Everybody that was standing up, and she had her staff out there. Nick Mosby gave her a proclamation to the city of Baltimore today as well. Her staff, like, it was just awesome. Like, it made you want to just give. Just, we didn't know that lady, but we even gave. She even got us to give, whatever was in my cash app. It wasn't that much in my cash app, but I gave her what I gave her, just to do that. Like, that lady just, it was already big for Pinky to wear her clothes during this tour and to put her in front of us to follow. She was like, if you could follow me. They were like, no, she was timid. She, because everybody ain't big on talking. It was packed. The place was sold out. It was just really inspiring. All right, y'all. I'm tired. What time is it? It's almost midnight. Every time I do a reviews and news after I come back from somewhere, it's always late. But I want to do it while I can, because tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to feel like doing it. But I wanted to do it so I usually do it right after, with the energy of the night. But it was good. And I like going to positive events where it's uplifting, encouraging, inspiring, and events where you take some nuggets home. Like, dang, it's all right. She was doing her thing. But I'm talking about Pinky Cole of Slutty Vegan. I have to say this. So if you've ever been in Baltimore and been to the Baltimore Soundstage, you know what it looks like. Last time I was there, I think Kindred and Family Soul. I saw Avant there. If you see a picture of me in Avant, that's from there. And but Pinky Cole's staff and her event planning staff, her personal staff and event planning staff, everything was Pinky Cole. Everything was Slutty Vegan. Everything was Eat Plants. You would have thought that was her venue. They Pinky Cole that thing out. You couldn't even tell it was the Baltimore Soundstage. Everything on the bar when you first come, like everything, all the banners up everywhere. Like they really did that thing. I think I saw day 26 there too with my daughters, but they really hooked that thing up. Like, you can tell that is a well-oiled machine. She had a staff, like, they was getting that stuff done. You hear me? And I love that. But it says Pinky gives back to small businesses, entrepreneur highlights. So it just talks about that. Here's some of the program. And then I'll put a video maybe tonight or tomorrow of some of the video of Remy Ma and Cisco, as well as BJ and Little Mo. So it was dope. This was the last day. Normally I tell you to definitely check it out, but definitely support her. Follow her at Pinky Cole on Instagram and see what I'm talking about. See the things she's doing for the Black community and entrepreneurship, especially for young people as well. All right, y'all. I'm out. Thank you so much for watching reviews and news. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember, you are a star. Don't allow anyone to dim your shine. Until next time, God bless. Peace. Subscribe.